Hi there, Pisces. Welcome back to Mermaid Dreams Tarot. Hope you are doing wonderful today. This is your next 48-hour reading, maybe next few days, not just the 48 hours. And we're looking at the potential events, energies, and themes that may come up in the next few days. Of course, it's a collective reading, so please only take what actually resonates for you. Leave the rest behind. It's not going to be for everyone, and that's all right. Don't forget to check out your sun, moon, your rising, and your Venus. And if you would like a personal reading, see the description below for how to book one. All right, let's get into it. Divine Spirit, Angels, Guides, thank you so much. What do we need to know for Pisces? What is the general theme? What are we dealing with? Any events that are going to be prominent in the next few days, please? What's going on for Pisces? All right, Pisces got the moon and the Nine of Wands. Something, it feels like this moon, we're coming up on the full moon in Capricorn, which is supposed to be a fairly powerful, well, full moons are powerful energies anyway, but I'm told that for those of you who feel like you're closing up a cycle, coming to an ending of a cycle, and of course it is a 6-month cycle, the last, it's basically closing up the 6-month cycle, so the new moon in Capricorn was, I believe, on January 2nd. If you remember what's been going on, is there a particular cycle that you've been dealing with that you feel like is coming to a close? For some of you, that means things that maybe you have started or tried to do, maybe relationships that you've developed, maybe certain ideas that you've started to put forth. You may be seeing them coming to a culmination, and it's a kind of a bittersweet energy. You learned a lot. Yes, you've experienced a lot. You wouldn't trade this experience for for nothing. Hope. I apologize, Pisces. I'm getting over sickness, and I don't want to restart the video. So it's a bittersweet feel to it, because on one hand you recognize that the 6-month cycle that you've been in, it was very significant. Nine of Wands is the warrior that has learned a whole lot. You know, it's got a whole, he's reading a whole book. Maybe this is a photo album of all the defeats and failures over the past few months. You learned a lot. You got bruised in the process, but it is such a valuable time, and it's sad to feel it coming to a close, especially if it's a relationship with people. It doesn't have to be a romantic one, but I do feel like for some of you, you see this coming. And maybe you know that it's time to move on, it's time to close it up, but it still doesn't make it less, kind of sad. You know, moving on is not always easy, even if we know that it's the right thing to do, right? And it's not going to be for everybody about relationships. Look to see what sector of your chart, which astrological house this event is happening in, and what other aspects may be affecting it. I'm not an astrologer, but there's a lot of great resources online for that. What is influencing this? The Tower. So Pisces, because we have, I believe, Uranus. Oh my gosh, I just felt like a weird chill. For some, not everybody. I feel like this is a collective. There's a lot of things getting sudden disclosure, because the moon is also about secrets and things unseen and things done in the dark. So if there's been things hiding from you, they're gonna come out like that. They're gonna pop open. I'm seeing like a champagne cork being popped, and everything just kind of flowing out. All right, we have Pluto in the mix, we have Uranus in the mix, we have a lot of planetary energies that are playing with the moon on the 13th of July, okay? This is being recorded on the 9th of July. So maybe you feel that coming, you feel that moment, right? I'm getting an image of somebody on a roller coaster just as you go in the very, very top, and that moment of no gravity right before you drop down. So maybe that's what you're feeling. Like, I know something is about to come out, either in my life, something, maybe it could be something in the world, something is about to happen. It does not have to be a catastrophic, but I feel it's going to be more of a disclosure of finding something out, and it's going to be different for everyone, of course. The thing is, you are prepared to remember. There's no reason to fear the Tower. It's coming either way, okay? It's going to be uncovered. It is meant to be uncovered around this time. It doesn't have to be right on a full moon day, but around, it could be a few days before or after, right? The thing to remember is that we don't have to fear it. You have the Nine of Wands. That always tells me that you have the resources, you have everything you need to handle it correctly. There's nothing to fear. You've trained for this, literally. You have spiritually, mentally, maybe even physically, you've trained to accept this information, to take it in, and do whatever needs to be done based on what's coming out. What is the challenge? Three of Wands. For some of you, this could mean changing direction. This could mean changing your plans, whether it's actual plans for traveling. Maybe something will come out and then you will have to make sudden travel plans. I'm hearing maybe for other people, not just for yourself. So if you're somebody who maybe professionally or personally, maybe in your household, you kind of direct the movement of, like, maybe you're a parent and you have to direct where the kids go, right? You're the one who's driving little kids to their soccer practices and their camps and whatever else, right? So keep that in mind. This sudden appearance of information, sudden events, disclosure may have you change on the fly what you're doing, what your future, and I feel like it's not even like for the rest of your life, it's immediate plans. So if there was something that you've been planning in July, maybe in August, or the next 3 months, I'm told, this is the Three of Wands for the next 3 months, you may have to change them around. It's okay. It's okay. I'm hearing going around is okay. There are other ways to get wherever you're going. How do we... Seven of Wands. Use discretion. And there's something about... There's very... Like, see how this figure is very defensive, okay? And there is a level of resistance. And I feel like in this case, the resistance to whatever is changing is actually going to make it harder. So go with the flow more than resist the change, even if it's difficult. Yes, your heart may have been set on going to, I'm seeing like going on vacation on a particular date. You may have to change that date. And going with the flow will make the process so much easier on you rather than getting upset about something that nobody possibly has control over. Because I feel like whatever this is, if it comes to travel plans, it's one of those things like, I think a year or so ago, maybe it was last year, like some kind of airline had hackings or computer failures or things like that. I'm not saying that this is what's going to happen, but yelling at a lady at the counter in the airport about it, she has no control over what happens on the plane computer, right? So keep that perspective in mind. Make your life a little bit easier in the next few days. Go with the flow. Life changes all the time, and that's okay. It's frustrating, yes. Knight of Swords. Don't stress over it. It's going to be okay. Even if the information that's getting uncovered is very, very unpleasant, and I'll be honest, for some of you, it will be unpleasant secrets. And you may have to change some significant things, significant plans in your life, whether figuratively or literally. But there is no reason to wallow in it and chew it over and over and over. It is going to be a time to just move forward and allow those changes to come into your life, into your day, rather than stewing. And Pisces, I feel like this is going to be a test for some of us, or some of you rather. I mean, we all have Pisces placement in our... this is going to be kind of a little test that maybe our higher self set up for ourselves, because we're going to have an opportunity to overreact in reaction to overdo how we treat ourselves, to bring out the negative talk when this happens. So watch that very much. See how you react. How much have you learned? You learned a lot. It's time to apply it. What else do we need to know going forward? What else do we need to go going forward? Ten of Pentacles, it will be okay. It will be, everything is going to be fine. Your plans may change, but they're going to work out. If it's a relationship, maybe this relationship won't work out, but there is great things on the horizon. Ten of Pentacles. You know, the tree is full of stars. It's full of hope. It's full of healing in the future. There's no reason to sit in the Nine of Swords and obsess over it. Yes, give yourself permission if you must to do a little bit of fretting, but there's no reason to be just stuck in that for the next few days, because everything is going to work out. And I feel like this tower and the moon, it has to happen in order to get you to this 10 of Pentacles. I know it kind of sucks when we have to rely on that, but that's what it is. We have to rely on hope and belief, rather, not hope, on belief that everything is going to be okay, that the reason things are happening and make us uncomfortable is so that we can be set up. And look, at the bottom of the deck, we got 9 of Pentacles. Is so that the 10 of Pentacles can come in and do its own thing. All right? What else do we need to know, Spirit? Thank you so much. Sudden change of plans for sure. But it's leading you to like a great happiness eventually. Lean on that 9 of Wands energy. Lean on that. What have I learned in the past 6 months? Because some of the lessons, and I'm seeing somebody actually like laughing, saying like, oh my gosh, here it is. Like, it is a textbook, whatever. Like, I have trained for this. Some of you may be working in the city, like I'm hearing city planning or like emergency management. Maybe you're working with other people and something might happen that allows you to implement like a clearly guidebook, something in response to that. So if there's an emergency of any kind, I feel like you are prepared, you have the tools. Consult your guidebook. There is, I feel like there will be, if you're stumped on what to do, go back to your manual. Hard TFM Pisces, go back to the manual. The answer will be there. What else do we need to know? Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. What's going on with our oracle? My home is my castle. My home is my castle. Protecting something that you consider stranded. So yeah, another kind of like travel halted or maybe changed feeling. I hope you're not getting stranded somewhere if you're already traveling, but it could be the case. Trying to get home and protecting kind of your home, where your domain. These are the themes that I'm feeling and picking up from that, from these cards. It's okay. You're not stranded for long, Pisces. Just sit. Don't stress over it. Sit and think what can be done. Go back to the manual. It'll be all right. You will get home just fine. It may take a little bit longer. I'm also hearing your home is protected while you're away. If you are away from home, it could also be symbolically. So if you're worrying about something that you've left behind, it is being protected. Don't worry about it. It's not your concern. You have lessons to learn right now. All right, thank you, Spirit. What else do we need to know for Pisces? What's going on for Pisces? Any mundane events? We got joyfulness. We've got service. Something about a taxi and death. Something about taking it like a taxi or an Uber with other people. Consider that. Like splitting a cab with others or finding other people to ride along with. Maybe carpool. There's something about that. For some of you, I feel like there could be, if you've planned with other people to do something or paid into something, I feel like somebody may back out, and that could be one of those things. The Tower for somebody, like somebody backing out from it, and you're like, well, what the heck? The reason we all decided to do this is because everybody, like, there's pay in, almost like a timeshare. Maybe there's something about a timeshare. But it's like a bunch of people were splitting price or splitting the cost of something, and then somebody backs out at the last moment, and everybody's like, okay, what the heck? That kind of screws the rest of us. Keep in mind, I feel like if that's the case, that is the thing that couldn't have been avoided. So keep that in mind, especially if this is about money and friends and you're dealing with that. It's just a circumstance that cannot be avoided. I don't think that there's any reason to fear actual death, so take it as it resonates. This is more about like an abrupt ending of plans of some sort that you've made with other people. And for some reason, we have this guy with a chariot. He's like the, I don't know what they're called. he's the person who drives the carriage, you know. So I feel like it's something with Uber, taxi, or again with the traveling. You might have been splitting tickets or hotel price with somebody. Okay, Pisces, this is your reading for the next few days. I hope everything works out okay and it helps you navigate it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. I appreciate you so much supporting my channel. Thank you for being here, and take care of yourselves. Love you. Bye.